fight can Jake Paul expect from a Mike Tyson that's energized with LF Go?
Constant pressure. In the face all night. Listen, I think he's taking it very, very seriously because his health depends on it. And yeah, he's nobody I'm not looking past him. I'm taking him lightly at all.
What kind of fight can Jake Paul expect from a Mike Tyson that energized with LF Go constant pressure in the face all night? Listen, I think he's taking it very, very seriously because his health depends on it. And yeah, he's no way I'm not looking past him. I'm taking him like me at all. Mike Tyson has just dropped a bombshell update before his fight with Jake Paul. Meanwhile, while boxing's high-profile promoter Eddie Hearn has voiced strong opposition to the highly anticipated bout scheduled for November, in an interview with Michael Benson, Hearn firmly stated that he won't be sticking around to watch the much-anticipated November 15th rematch between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Despite being the promoter, his decision to leave stems from serious reservations about Tyson's age and the dangers posed by what he views as an uneven matchup. During the interview, Hearn didn't mince words. "I think it's a huge shame that one of the big legends of the sport is coming back to the ring 20 years after everyone agreed he should stop boxing. He's 58 years old. That's dangerous," he said. Hearn stressed that pitting a veteran like Tyson at his age against a 27-year-old such as Jake Paul is a clear disregard for both the integrity of the sport and Tyson's health. Hearn has often expressed his disdain for what he calls celebrity boxing spectacles, but his critique of the Tyson-Paul fight digs deeper than mere disapproval. His main worry centers on Mike Tyson's safety as the 58-year-old prepares to face an opponent over 30 years his junior. If he gets hurt, then it's on those people who allowed this to happen. Hearn warned. For Hearn, this fight poses a considerable threat to Tyson's well-being, a risk made even more alarming given Tyson's previous health struggles in recent years. The bout had already been delayed once due to those very concerns, a red flag Hearn believes should not have been ignored. Yet, despite his reservations, the matchup still commands widespread attention, more for the star power it boasts than for any legitimate sporting significance, with many treating it as a spectacle rather than a competitive contest. With the fight approaching, the boxing world is sharply split. Hearn's warnings resonate with many fans and pundits who label the matchup reckless and risky. On the other hand, there's a surge of excitement among those eager to witness Tyson, a revered icon of the sport, step back into the ring. Despite the dangers for some, this bout offers a chance to see two of the most buzzworthy names in today's boxing landscape collide. Tyson, a living legend, and Jake Paul, the social media star turned fighter, in what promises to be a media spectacle. Amid the uproar over the Paul-Tyson bout, Eddie Hearn has remained unwavering in backing Katie Taylor's highly anticipated rematch with Amanda Serrano. He hailed the showdown as a defining moment in Taylor's career and a contest that genuinely upholds the integrity of boxing. But when it comes to Tyson's return, Hearn is firm. "I'll watch Katie Taylor, and then I'm out." With November on the horizon, the buzz surrounding the fight intensifies. Will it live up to the hype, delivering the spectacle fans expect, or will Hearn's cautions be validated? One thing remains undeniable: the showdown between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is quickly becoming one of the most polarizing boxing events of the year. On the other hand, Mike Tyson's friend and former trainer believes that his fight with Jake Paul may be the easiest money of his career. Australian boxing legend Jeff Fenech is no stranger to Mike Tyson, having worked with a former heavyweight champion during the twilight of his career in the mid-2000s. Fenech, who stood in Tyson's corner during his final professional bout, a knockout loss to Kevin McBride in 2005, expresses concern about Tyson's decision to return to the ring. However, he also feels that if Tyson fights strategically, it could be a quick victory for his longtime friend. "If it was my decision, I'd much prefer him not fight at all, but he's going to fight," Fenech told Mirror Fighting. He added, "I've spoken to him a few times recently. I spoke to him about the fight. Realistically, if Mike uses upstairs and nothing else and does the right things, this could be the easiest money he's ever made. When you're both throwing punches, it's a 50-50 thing who lands. But if Mike concentrates and makes him miss and then makes him pay it, that's what Mike's an expert in. He's got great head movement." Fenech further said, "If he does that in 30 seconds, the fight could be over in 30 seconds. Mike just needs to use his common sense. Don't try to punch. When he's punching, make him miss and make him pay." Jake Paul has triumphed in 10 out of his 11 fights, suffering his sole loss to Tommy Fury, however, none in his weight class, compared to Tyson. Fenech warns that the social media sensation is in for a shocking experience when he finally encounters Tyson's formidable strength. As per Fenech, Jake Paul doesn't have the skill, the boxing knowledge. I've watched him, but anyone can punch a pad or a bag or someone who really can't fight. When you're bigger and you're stronger, that's all good. But Mike, as a heavyweight, was a great defensive fighter. He could slip and make people miss if he does that and lands a counterpunch, then the fight is going to be over. He further mentioned there's not a chance in the world Jake Paul can take a Mike Tyson hook, a Mike Tyson right hand, or a Mike Tyson uppercut. That's what I'm hoping for. I love Mike. He's a great friend. He's like family to me. I just hope everything goes well now. We know that Mike Tyson's health scare in May has left some boxing enthusiasts anxious about his upcoming match against Jake Paul next month. However, not everyone shares those concerns. Combat sports icon Quentin Rampage Jackson confidently tells TMZ Sports that he remains firmly in Tyson's corner. Jackson assures us he would never gamble against Mike even after he dealt with the ulcer flare-up that forced the fight to be rescheduled from the summer to November 15th. He's my favorite boxer, Rampage said, while he acknowledged Father Time is undefeated. That won't deter Jackson from rocking with one of the GOATs against his much younger op. He said anything can happen in the boxing ring, but I ain't going to go against Mike Tyson. The reporter also inquired with Rampage regarding Tyson's remarks from his recent guest spot on Jimmy Kimmel Live. During the show, Iron Mike hinted at the possibility of fighting while under the influence, adding that he isn't approaching the idea with much seriousness. Jackson said, I don't know about that. Mike Tyson is probably just talking schman. Rampage says he doesn't think fighters should smoke pot before competing since he thinks it can only hurt rather than help, regardless of if Tyson was sincere. Jackson believes Tyson will have enough in the tank, high or not, to shut that kid up as excitement builds for Kid Dynamite's return to the ring. Former UFC champion Conor McGregor has stepped in to share some valuable advice with a 58-year-old boxing legend. Despite the unique rules of the fight, which will be streamed on Netflix and feature 8 2-minute rounds with both competitors donning 14-ounce gloves, fans are still buzzing with anticipation to witness what the most feared fighter in his prime has in store. Among them is the former UFC lightweight champion, the charismatic Conor McGregor, who encouraged the boxing icon to rattle Paul's cages in the ring as the YouTuber-turned-boxer prepares to face his second toughest challenge to date. McGregor said of the Tyson-Paul fight, I hope Mike rattles the little dope. No one gives about him when it comes to delivering knockout blows. No one does it quite like Mike Tyson. Hailing from New York, he earned a daunting reputation early in his career, finishing his first 19 bouts with stunning knockouts and claiming the world championship title at just 20 years old. McGregor told Tyson via a social media live stream, you had a little health scare. I don't know what happened to you on the plane, but you look great now, mate. You look great now, for real. So off you go. You love to see it. Throughout his career, he achieved victory in 50 bouts, overpowering 44 opponents with his remarkable peekaboo fighting technique. This style allowed him to evade defenses effortlessly while unleashing a flurry of devastating punches. But can he help Paul? The 58-year-old father of 7 recently faced a health scare, battling an ulcer flare-up in May that pushed the originally scheduled fight on July 20th to November. Is he fit enough to step into the ring? McGregor confidently asserts that he is on Tyson. Jake Paul, actually have Mike Tyson. Marwan, I'm going to show love to Mike Tyson. Give us the Mike Tyson Kush. This is Mike Tyson Kush, yeah, straight from his farm. We had some go out and grab it for us, yeah, and tell him this is your stock. Don't give it beam. I wear announce. Close its 2-minute rounds. Is it 2-minute rounds? Who gives her bollocks? He hope we rattles the little dope. No one gives about him. Meanwhile, Mike Tyson has explained what led to his ulcer in May, which forced him to postpone his much-awaited fight with Jake Paul, now set for November 15th at AT&T Stadium. Tyson announced that he is currently free of ulcers, attributing his prior health problems to his diet. Tyson revealed, I was doing too much bad food and stuff, and I got sick. He declared that he was eating clean and staying away from processed foods in front of his bout with Paul, who is 31 years younger than him. He also added that he was still vaping, can't escape the vapes. He said the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world was questioned about how his matchup with Paul might influence his legacy. However, it's